Hey guys, it is Alex Sarsby here today to bring you a helpful tip and trick, if you will. Today we're going to learn about vaping. And the basics to get you started if you want to go RDA. But 5 seconds. What I normally vape on are a choice of either the iPrive kit or what I started out with way back when. That is known as the King mod. It is the king of all mods for a reason. Starter 1. If you do vape with a mechanical mod, remember the locking ring. It's your best friend. But that's not what I'm here to teach you today. Today I'm here to teach you on how to build a coil and what you will need. Me, using my standard wire. My standard wire happens to be 30 foot of 21 gauge Canthal A1. And the tools you're going to need are a screwdriver, scissors, wire nips, and if you're feeling frisky, an Allen wrench. But I will show you the easiest way. Take the wire, you place it snug against the little lip of the screwdriver. Hold it down with your thumb. Use your other thumb to guide it around. What we're going here for is not necessarily a perfection within keeping it straight snug against each coil wrap. We're just going for wrapping it around so far. The tighter you can keep it to it, the better. But that can all be fixed once you apply it to the RDA via tweaking it. So what I go for is a simple, in between 6 to 8 wraps. 5, 6, 7. Once you've got it to the desired area, you're going to want to clip it off. And it should look a little something like that if you start out. Next thing we want to do is technically I forgot something. 1 second. We are also going to need a pair of pliers. Although, if you do have them, what I recommend using if I can find them. Are ceramic tweezers. These things you can use when you're firing and it won't cause a short. They're a very, very helpful little piece of equipment to get. Not to mention with my RDA, you're also going to want hex bit. As you can see, I've already gotten mine set up usual. This is a 6-banger wrap for a total of 12 on each side. Undo the locking ring. Press the firing pin. But for simplicity's sake, I'm going to undo it and show you how it is done. Again, there are multiple ways you can do this. I'm just teaching you the basic bitch way to get you started. If you also want, you can learn fancier ways like the Clapton. That takes a lot more time than what we're going to do today. Sometimes I vape with 1 coil, sometimes I vape with 2. It all depends on your savvy and what suits your fancy. Me, today, will vape with 1. But it works both ways. You can vape with 1 or 2. For best performance, though, vaping with 2 is better. But, as the video states, I'm just teaching how to build a coil. So, you got post holes. You're going to set it through 1, and then on the other side 1, for a positive and negative lead. Don't set them in the same post area or the one right next to it. That will cause a short. You don't want that. That's how people blow up. If they're, well, pardon my French, but retarded. What you want to do is you want to try to center it as best as you can. Hold it in place. Grab your Allen key. Set down on the screw. Tighten it down, not too tight, because you don't want to strip it. Rinse, repeat. Once you got it tightened down, you can flex it to your desired set. Push it over a little. Set the screwdriver down. Make sure the locking ring is off. Give it a fire. You're going to see how it starts to glow. Once it's nice and red hot, you pick up your ceramic tweezers. Place them around the coil. Give it a nice gentle bend. Try to center it as best as possible. And squeeze that coil nice together. It's best you keep the coil as tightly compact as possible for the best performance. Need you mind. It doesn't have to look perfect at first. I mean, hell, some of mine never look perfect, but they work. That's all that matters. Kind of like this one. This one does not look perfect at all. But it will be functional. No, don't let any of the wraps overlap. You should be alright. You see that beauty? She fires up nicely. Let's see if I can get her to fire. As you can see, there's some uneven heating. What you do there, take your tweezers, give it a good scrape. Activate that metal. And it should start to fire better. Give it a squeeze. Until you start to see it evenly heat. Once that's the case, take your wire nips. Clip them bitches as close to the post as possible. Like so. Pop. Pop. And the cotton I use happens to be cotton bacon. Really good cotton. Wicks well. And the juice I'm going to use today happens to be the kiwi dragonberry. Really good juice. Tastes awesome. Vape's great. Produces a nice heavy cloud. But before that, we've got a wick. That's what the cotton's for. What you want to do is pull off a nice, steady piece. And this will work. You want to roll it in between your hands. Get that tip. You see? The tighter the tip, the easier it is to get through the hole of the coil. It should stick out a little bit on the other side. What you want to do is pinch that between your fingers or pliers, depending on what you're using. Sometimes you gotta take it out, redo it a little bit. Sometimes take a little excess off, just like I just did. Re-roll. Put it through opening around the coil. Pull it through. Need your mind, this part can be a little slow because you don't want to rip the cotton like I just did. But it helps. Sometimes if you do rip it. And then you take your scissors. You want to measure about, I don't know, an inch out. Need your mind, I usually eyeball this. Take your screwdriver again. What you want to do is you want to tuck that down up under the coil on both sides. Once that's done, it should look a little something like that. Screwdriver. Grab your juice. What I do is I put a little bit on the coil at first. Press the firing button. Just for a second or two. Just enough to see a little steam. With the heat, it helps to saturate the cotton. And that's how you get a functioning coil. I think my battery might be a little dead though. That's okay. Let's just grab my trusty rusty eFest battery, 18650. One thing you also want to know is the draw from the battery, voltage, and ohms. But if you're just getting started, I'd recommend the iPrive kit. It is around $90. But
no atomizer.
The bitch talks to you. And it gives you an accurate reading of everything. Ohms, watts, volts, and the length of the vape. And that's better for a starter compared to someone like me who's been vaping for Lord knows how long, who can basically guess this stuff without even realizing. But for simplicity's sake, I'm doing this on the King mod. She's wanting to play hard to get today. But there you have it, folks. One functioning vape. Coil. If you have questions, feel free to comment below, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. If you would like more advanced builds, I can show you that later on. But as for now, let's switch it back over to the iPrive kit. So what you want to do is unscrew the RDA, set your mod down, set it back on top of the iPrive. Make sure it's snug and down. It usually asks you if it's a new coil or not. But right now I'm running at 0.27 ohms, 4.10 volts at 72.0 watts. Ain't that a beautiful cloud? And it tastes good. But yeah, this has been Alex Sarsby with his how-to. Hope you guys learned something, and hope to see you again. I also do video gaming and audio. So I'm a singer slash guitarist. If you want to see some of that, look at my videos and subscribe. Have a nice day.